So one of the things that I've learned, probably more online dating than not, because it seems to be something that's always existed but is definitely more prevalent recently in a lot of people's minds, is guys, do not give out your zodiac sign. Don't give out your birth date. Don't give out the year you were born, the animal that you were born under, any of that stuff, day, night, whatever it is. Don't give it up, because
The Horgon is the Rycian symbol of sexuality. Do you seek Chamaharon?
I don't even know what it means.
Dr. King once said, content of character over color of skin. You won't escape how you will be molded by said person asking for your information, because that explains why you're like that. If you get into any sort of altercation, or they will compare you to each other person that they were dated like that. So in my instance, I was told, well, all the blankety blank men, astrological sign that I dated were like, that's like nice to know. Like, this is where we're headed. Don't give it up. Don't give it up. As a matter of fact, I'll do you one better. Either make them guess based off of your personality, because if they're that perceptive, make them guess. Make them tell you what sign you are. Because if the universe, the stars, and everything else is aligned just right, then they should be able to pinpoint everything you are based off of the actions you've given them. Because once they know, then they say, oh, I knew that. Because no, make them tell you. And you can double down on that and just tell them a fake one. Because the second then they say, that's why you're like that. No, I'm over here. But you didn't know that, because
The Horgon is the Rycian symbol of sexuality. Do you seek Chamaharon?
I don't even know what it means.
You're so locked into only what you hear. That way you have a real understanding that judge me for me. It's all fun, but judge me for me, my actions. Don't try to segregate me into a time of year that I had no control over when I was conceived or born. These houses, these moons, these stars, these planets, all that stuff.
I don't even know what it means.
It's great, and it's interesting. It's interesting talking topics. Don't get me wrong, but do not let somebody discriminate against you or have a prejudicial idea of who you are based off of something like that. We can take a lot of things. We could say people that are born at a certain time in history. We could say people that are born in a certain state. Because it's all generalizations for the most part. And a lot of people are going to argue and say that astrology and zodiac and all this and that will prove it differently. Prove that. And how do we prove that? Because if you can't look at me and be around me for 20, 30, 40 minutes, 30, 40 days, if I just never told you, if you just never told somebody, how would they ever honestly know? They wouldn't. And so here we are as a bunch of humans believing in these systems and these, beliefs. It's all good. But do not let somebody judge you based off of something as loose as astrology. If they can't nail it based off of who you are in front of them, then don't give it to them. That's just my considered advice. Make them work for that sort of information. And plus, yes, again, let's just not be giving free information out there anyways. It's like, based off of how I'm dressed, tell me how wealthy I am. A lot of people are going to say, well, based off of your clothing or your style, you can't. You can't. You just have to know what people are or what they have and go from there. And that's okay too. There's nothing wrong with that. But we got to get away from this notion that you are that way because you're such and such. Or because, if you didn't know my religion, if you didn't know a lot of things about me, there's no possible way you could say. Because even in religion, there's a lot of religions that they mirror a lot of each other's principles. So unless I said something specific, how could you possibly know? And that's okay, but get to know the person in front of you.
Do you seek Chamaharon?
And you can know the things about them or their backgrounds or whatever, but don't judge them off of that. Judge them how they're treating you, judge them who they are in that moment, and then all of those other things might start to make sense, but don't give anybody a head start on trying to pigeonhole you into something based off of something you had no control over. My rant, my 2 cents. What are your thoughts? What's your ace up the sleeve? Advice, comment, experience? I would love to hear it. Leave it in the chats. Leave a thumbs up or leave a thumbs down. I won't be mad at you, but would like to hear what you guys have to say. On top of which, subscriptions are free. Free. And in this economy, free is an amazing thing. So share it with your friends because they probably like free stuff too. And if you come up with free stuff and then they're like, where'd you get that free stuff? And then you tell them, well, I didn't think you'd want free stuff. What do you mean I wouldn't want free stuff? don't make that happen. Just tell them about the channel. You guys click it, and it's all good. Hopefully this finds everybody in a place, pursuit, or beginnings of total health, mind, body, and soul. Peace, love, unity, solidarity. Don't do it. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. Not about the free stuff. You guys get the picture.
The Horgon is the Rycian symbol of sexuality. Do you seek Jamaharon?
I don't even know what it means.